The Adventures of Don Quixote. Once upon a time, in a village called La Mancha in Spain, there lived an old gentleman called Alonso Quijano who loved to read about knights and their heroic adventures. He loved reading these stories so much that he would forget to eat or sleep. One day he began to believe that he was a knight too. He renamed himself Don Quixote de la Mancha and decided to seek adventure. From this moment forth, I shall be called Don Quixote de la Mancha. I shall be a noble knight and a protector of justice for my countrymen. He wore his suit of armor and, with his old horse Rocinante, set off into the countryside. Onwards, Rocinante, my noble horse. On his way, he met Sancho Panza, a poor farm worker. "Would you like to become my squire and accompany me on many great adventures?" "Your squire?" "Yes, if you serve me faithfully, I will reward you with an island." "An island? Is that true?" "I promise it upon my honor as a knight." "So will you come with me?" Sancho agreed. He climbed upon his donkey and began to trot alongside Don Quixote. As they rode along, they suddenly saw windmills in a field. When he saw them, Don Quixote's eyes began to shine. "What luck, Sancho! There are so many giants ahead. I shall kill them and save the people from them. The people will reward us, and we shall be rich." Sancho was surprised. "Those, the ones that are flailing their long arms at us. Giants? Where?" "But sir, those are windmills. The flailing arms make the mills work." Don Quixote shook his head in sadness. "It is clear, my friend, that you are new at this. Those are giants. If you are afraid, you can go home, but I will kill these giants." With that, Don Quixote clasped his lance and rode ahead. He galloped up to the closest windmill and thrust his lance through an arm. The lance broke, and the arm lifted Quixote up into the air. Round and round he went until at last he fell down. Sancho Panza galloped quickly to Quixote's side. "Good sir, didn't I tell you, you should think before attacking? How badly are you injured?" Quixote was quite confused, but had an idea. This must be the result of some evil magic which has changed the giants into windmills to take away my glory in victory. But do not fear, my friend. In the end, goodness always overcomes evil. Quixote became convinced that one day someone would write tales of his bravery and adventure. "Listen to me, Sancho. Someday people will write of our great exploits. We will be famous for generations to come. But we must prove it by defeating villains and upholding justice." Sancho only nodded. By now he knew that his master was mad. But he didn't want to lose his promised island, so he kept quiet. Some time later, crossing the crest of a hill, they saw a great cloud of dust in front of them. Don Quixote's eyes flashed with excitement as he watched. "There is a huge army that is marching this way. It seems like a strong army of invaders." But as the cloud of dust drew nearer, Sancho could see what was causing it, a flock of sheep. But by now Quixote was in his own imaginative world. "You are frightened, Sancho. But you don't worry. I alone can defeat our enemies and save our country." "But sir, look closely. Those are only sheep." And with that, Quixote rode forward and attacked the poor sheep, as the sheep squealed and scurried in different directions. The shepherds angrily attacked Quixote. Once again, Sancho had to run to his master's rescue. Once again it was magic, I tell you, Sancho. It changed the army of warriors into a flock of sheep to rob me of my glory. "Ah, master, you never listened to my advice. Did I not tell you that it was a flock of sheep and not an army?" The people of all the towns around knew that Quixote was mad. They laughed at him as they passed. "Look, it's Don Quixote the madman. All hail the mad knight Don Quixote, ha ha ha." But Quixote thought something else. "Look, Sancho, how the people cheer us. Didn't I tell you that the world would recognize our noble deeds one day?" Sancho said nothing. Don Quixote and Sancho eventually returned home safe and sound after many such adventures, but he continued to believe himself a hero till the day he died.